grew up in El Sereno, which is east of downtown Los Angeles, and parents had a backyard. So I think we moved there in 1972, and I was about 5 years old. And I remember going up, we were on a hillside, and my dad was talking to him about this earlier today. It was intentionally, when he got the house, he intentionally landscaped it with a lot of beds because he wanted to plant. And he remembers learning from his mom and his family about plants. And I remember going to the very top level of the garden, of the backyard, up a bunch of stairs, and tilling the soil and making rows and planting it. I must have been about 7 or 8 years old, and seeing radishes come up, because those come up right away when you plant them, and then planting rows of corn and rows of other stuff. And at the same time, he was planting trees and stuff, fruit trees, like citrus, oranges, lemons, limes, things that we would be able to use in the house on a daily basis, especially the lemons and the limes, which give throughout the year, peaches and other stuff. So it must have been, back in the mid-70s as a kid, and then every summer doing it, or every spring doing it again, coming home from school, and the responsibility of making sure that the plants were watered down the rows of plants that we were growing at the time.
Fantastic. So it started out at a very young age with you, Channa. Would you say that it's a similar experience for you?
Not necessarily. I think my experience, other than my relatives who lived off of Central Avenue and Victory Gardens, I'm probably a lot older than a number of the people here, but I had a different experience. And I was more, for myself, a forager, an urban forager. I knew that produce, green things were very important, and as a single parent of 4 children who also took in most of the other children in the neighborhood, we would go out in the springtime and pick the greens, and I could buy onions and things like that, and that's how I knew that food, quality produce, local produce makes a difference.
Great. And Ron, just finished with you. Your first experience with soil and seeds?
My first experience was in elementary school, where you had a petri dish and you, with the paper towel, and you put the seeds inside and you watch them grow from the outside. I mean, I still start seeds like that. It worked. So that seed was planted in me at a very early age. That's where I got it from. To realize that this is so simple, but yet so complex at the same time. That this is some way that this little teeny seed that you put in the ground, all of a sudden you got a tree with fruit on it that you can eat. I mean, it's kind of amazing when you think about it. I got away from it for years because we didn't get engaged in it like we should. We've lost it, and to me, it's a life skill, and we have to get back to it.